Top of the morning, fight fans. This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony A.J. Joshua. Get this. Anthony Joshua will attend the Ergovic versus Dubois fight this Saturday in Riyadh. Promoter Eddie Hearn revealed that Anthony Joshua will attend to watch the heavyweight contest between Ergovic and Danny Dubois. And he said it's not certain that Joshua will fight the winner of the contest. As Hearn says, Deontay Wilder is a possibility if he's victorious on Saturday in his clash against Zhang and looks good. It could come down to whether the IBF belt is stripped from Alexander Usyk and available for the fight between Joshua and Ergovic. And, quote, AJ is coming back this week, and this is really off his own back, said promoter Eddie Hearn. He said he was invited to the Fury Usyk, and obviously it's a massive fight, but he loves this concept, and he knows a lot of fighters on the card. Okay. At the same time, if Deontay Wilder looks sensational, maybe it ignites Joshua against Wilder. So great news that the rematch is made between Usyk and Fury because it's a huge fight. And let me counterpunch. I think the 5 versus 5 is important anyway, simply because it was an undisputed fight originally between Beterbiev and Bivol. But Beterbiev, of course, you know, he had an injury and he underwent surgery and all that. So the main event now belongs to Ergovic and Danny Dubois. It would mean more if it was up for grabs for the IBF belt, but at the same time, who wants to see the IBF strip Usyk? So that wouldn't be fair either. You know, a little bittersweet situation in that term. But I will say this. If Joshua is going to any fight, it's a big one. Okay, he's just not going to see a fight just because he's bored. No, he's going there because there's some business behind it. Okay, and the incentive for Deontay Wilder, though, the 5 versus 5, Wilder knows. I think it's more pressure on Wilder now because he knows, hearing stuff like that from Eddie Hearn, if Wilder goes in there and knocks Zang out, you know what that would really mean if we look in comparison? We would have two guys that dropped big bang. What, Joshua in the amateurs, Wilder in the pros. So, you know, and Wilder does that, he will officially be back and he will prove to people that he still has that Alabama sledgehammer, okay, power that he has, that he can take you out or take you down with one shot. So, you know, if he looks sensational, he will. So that would give him more an incentive to join Joshua in Wembley. And that's, of course, if he doesn't have any injuries. But, of course, that's easier said than done because if Zhang wasn't as powerful or as dangerous as he was, it wouldn't be a fight worth fighting or looking at anyway, right? So I think Joshua knows his options, you know, and I think that Wilder and Eddie Hearn, they're on good terms. And I think Wilder's starting to understand, like, Eddie is a guy, like he said, he can talk, you know, and he knows that. And for Wilder to say that about Eddie Hearn is good because he's not talking about him. He's talking about him. You know what I'm saying? So I think he knows that Eddie is a good promoter and he has passion behind what he does, and he does it quite well. So, you know, this has a lot of different scenarios to it. But Anthony Joshua is going there to really scout what fight he wants. You know what I mean? I think if anything at all, if I'm Joshua, okay, if I'm fighting for the belts, he knows Ergovic or Danny Dubois would be a dead ringer because whoever wins becomes the number one. But if he's already promised that, you know, stay with me. If he's already promised that, why should he care? I should be very, very interested in how he handles this. If it was me, I would want to take out Dubois or Ergovic. Why? Because if Dubois and Hrgovic is number one, okay, if they're number one and they are up for grabs for the belt, they can petition that belt at any time. So if I'm Joshua, I would want to take that fight to take out any possible threat between what Turki Al-Sheikh promised me, that I would fight the winner of Usyk Fury. That doesn't necessarily mean it's for undisputed. So if I'm Joshua, I would take out the number one guy, whoever's last standing between Hrgovic and Dubois, because then there will be no issue and there will be no number one but Joshua. So not only is Joshua promised by Turki Al-Sheikh, he's also number one because he beat the number one guy, whoever that is between Dubois and Hrgovic. So I would eliminate all possible threats. And so again, saying that, knowing all of that, I feel that it's very important for Anthony Joshua to be there. Or of course, back to the huge money fight between Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, because once he does take out Zang, or if he takes out Zang, especially if it's sensational, that throwback 2019 Wilder, that 2018 Wilder, that will be a massive fight and his stock will rise. Okay, so that Wembley fight will be just that more impactful. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of AJ attending the 5 versus 5, and I will be live. Bars. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.